I'll get you to sit in the back.
Yeah. Which one?
Your choice, doesn't bother me.
Right.
I'm going to just turn the fan on.
Oh. Yeah. Is it tighter than your Crisco? Is it?
Yeah, so just so the microphone can actually hear you pronounce it yourself, right? So in real life we've got all sorts of sounds, and if you're quiet and we can't hear you, so speak up, okay? Now, ever done anything like this before?
No, not like this. Not in a cockpit like this, no.
So live traffic, so that's a real plane right now, so Auckland Airport.
Okay.
Okay, so all the planes you see are real, and all the weather you're going to be experiencing is real today as well.
Okay.
I probably recommend putting your hand and caps down like this. All we're going to do is going to move your chair forward. So what we do is one hand comes up here. Yep. This hand comes down here, a little handle here. I want you to put your feet onto those rudder pedals for me, okay? Okay. Now push your left leg in for me. There you go, perfect, back to the centre. And then your right leg in for me. Awesome, perfect. So that's how you're going to drive the plane on the ground. So left is left, right is right.
Yep.
Okay, aim of the game is to put your right knee onto the centre line, okay?
The right knee onto the centre line.
Yes, indeed. So, over here, here's your speed.
Yep.
There's your altitude, little square middles, the nose of the aircraft. That's what you're spending most of your time looking at. This screen here, just think of it like Google Maps, right? So when you're sat in your car, the phone's up, you don't just look at it, right? Use it for information.
Yep.
Right? So this is the screen you're flying on, this is the screen that's going to give you information.
Okay.
So later on, we'll be following the purple line. If the purple line goes to the right, then you know that we've got a right-hand turn coming up at some point.
Okay, then. Yep.
Over here, we have any readouts. So, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100% of the power.
Yep.
So right now, I'm sat here doing nothing. We're using about 20% of power.
Okay.
Right? So just like your car sat on the driveway, why are you waiting till you misses?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
For us to move forward, we've got to push the throttles forward and just move tight it up. So I push forward on here, I get a little line on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the big line,
Yeah.
I am looking at that little line. So that's about 40%.
Yeah.
Push back to 0 on here, little line goes to number 2, so I've got 20%. So always looking at the little line, not the big line.
Yeah.
Just goes to show that jets are actually quite laggy. So what you're seeing is when I put the power on, it takes about 5 seconds to get there. Your little Cessnas are more like your Ferraris. You put the power on, it's there.
It's instant.
Then here, you've got that 10-second wait. Yes, these are fast and they fly higher, but they're laggy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? So for takeoff, what you do is set 138 here for me. Okay, and then here we're going to set the runway heading, which is 230. Actually, do 231 just for fun. 231? Yeah. Awesome. And then this one here, let's set 3,000. So our initial climb's going to be 3,000 feet. Yeah. I'm going to turn the flight director off for a second and we'll use it after takeoff. So first things first, let's go flaps 5. So lift the flaps up, go down through 1. So lift it up.
Up. Oh, yeah.
Down into 1. So up and down.
Oh,
okay. 5. So these are your go around gates, right? So they're higher. So if we were coming into Auckland, right? Coming down, and we need to go around. Instead of to go for every gap, what I can do is I can literally lift it up, whack it in, there's my go around.
Okay.
Right? That's what it's there for. Right?
Right, so
Yeah. Out of 1, 3, 2, 5. Perfect. And obviously we're so far forward that I can't see the wings.
Yep.
So this little gauge here tells me where the flaps are moving. So we're going through number 2 and it's just number 5.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is auto brake, so turn that to RTO, stands for reject takeoff, so we turn that 1. Now what happens is we head down the runway, as soon as I bring the reverse thrusters on takeoff, we'll bring the brakes on.
Okay.
If I have it set up the other way to the numbers, as we come into land, as soon as the wheels hit the ground, the brakes come on. So it's the same braking system, but just initiated differently depending on where it's set up on there. Right, so for takeoff, we're going to push the engines up to about 40%, looking at the little line.
Yep.
Engines are going to come up. Once we have similar engines, equal stable, I'm going to push the toga button, this one here. Not this one, this one. As soon as you push that black button, the throttles are going to move forward by themselves.
Oh, yeah, okay.
In real life, I keep one hand on here.
Yeah.
This is the most expensive part of the simulator. There's no spare part in New Zealand or Australia. So just ask, once you push the button, both hands on here. Right? We're going to head like a rocket down the runway. You're going to use your feet left and right. Right?
Yep.
It's not a steering wheel. You start doing this down the runway, we can flip the aircraft.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So you're keeping an eye outside, keeping us nice and centre. I'll keep an eye on the speed. Once we get to 80 knots, I will yell 80. Make sure you have 80 in the box. You just say checked. Eyes back outside.
Okay.
The reason we do that is your speedo and my speedo coming from 2 different places, alright?
Okay.
So if I yell 80 and you have 150, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Right? We'll be checked. Okay, next thing you're going to hear me yell is V1! V1 is just an imaginary line on the runway, but once we cross, we can no longer safely stop.
Okay.
Right? So you don't have to say anything, it's just a mental note that we're committed.
Yeah.
Right? If I yell V1 and just collapse, might be your best mate.
Yeah.
Could be your missus. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Get us in the sky and then sort us out. Right?
Yes, yeah. Okay.
Finally, about 138, I'm going to yell rotate. On rotate, we're going to pull that nice and gently on the stick, push the black square onto the 10 degrees line.
Okay.
Okay? And then we'll be airborne.
All right.
That's a lot of information.
It is
All
so
right?
much information.
But I'm going to hold your hand the whole way.
Good.
Right. I can break off up to 40%. Let's go. So push it up to 40. Nice big push. There we go. So that's 35. Yep, hold it there. Stable. Push the token button. Magic button just down there. Both hands on there. Drive with your feet. So a little bit right there. There we go. Bye, Korean Air. There you go. Off you go. So 2 hands on here, just so you hold it, right? So the first ball's going to be 80, you just say checked. 80 knots. 2. Awesome. Next one you're going to hear me yell is V1, you don't say anything. And then rotate and pull back and give me 10 degrees, okay? V1, rotate. Black square onto the 10 degrees line, push forward a little bit, hold it on the 10. Nice. It's a positive climb. Gear up. So this hand comes out here, pull it out and up for me. In real life, you guys need to do it, that's your experience. So pull it out and up. Okay, pull yourself back onto the 10 degree line. So pull back a little bit. So you pull back, it's going to push you into the sky. Push forward, it's going to put you into the ground. Feet off the pedals. Okay? You're going to click your chair back 1 seat, just to make it a little bit more comfortable, give you more space. Right. Now, when you drive a car, you can see the bloody road that's in front of you. Right? No road here. So what we have is we have this magic thing called a flight director. Right? See this cross? Put the square on the cross. Come towards me, turn to the right, and just want you to stick that square on the cross all the time. So a little bit more towards me. Okay, so you are the square. The cross is the invisible road, so you control the square, okay?
Roger.
So if the cross was to come towards me more, you can pick up back onto that cross. So turn towards me. Make sense?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, I'm going to help tidy things up. Pressurization is set. Very good. So see how it's all the way over here?
Yeah.
Keep turning.
Keep turning.
Right.
Bring that square across into
Yeah,
the middle.
across. Now you're not going to break the plane, man. You can literally throw it as much around as you want to.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just train yourself on there, okay? There we go. It's about 12 knots of wind pushing you this way at the moment.
Right.
Flaps up. Awesome. There's that cross. Pull, and just pull back a little bit. So what happens is the plane has a tendency of tipping the nose as you turn. Okay, so my air and have to work on the aircraft. Okay. And at the moment, I'm controlling the cross, so I'm putting the invisible road in front of
Okay,
you.
no worries.
In real life, we program up Google Maps and then move automatically. Okay, push forward a little bit, put yourself back on that cross. You feel more like moving back here, to be honest.
Just leave it to it.
This is not easy.
Is your flight sim at home?
Do you have a flight simulator at home?
I just got the flight sim 24 sort of thing.
24. Yeah. Trying it at home. There's still a few little things that need to work out on it,
there's a lot of-
but they'll get there. They'll get there.
I do have 2020 as well, but yeah.
So 2020's got about over 5 years worth of effort put into it,
Yeah.
and a massive community behind it that mods it and does all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
2024 will get there. It just needs the time.
Yeah.
Keep pushing back the first update.
Yeah.
Which is just push forward yourself, put back on the cross for me. There we go. And now, what you're doing is really good, but what you're treating this like a rear view mirror. And look
Yeah.
up there every 15 seconds, okay? So push forward a little bit, get yourself on the cross, because we should be at 3,000. You're flying at 4,000 at the moment.
All right, okay.
That's fine. So if you literally get yourself back on the cross, the plane will start descending just a little bit more towards me. So what I want to head to is a little bit more towards the city over there. So you can see you can park down here, which is kind of cool. Rangi Toto. Yep. Waiheke Island off to the right. There we go. See how that crosses just a little bit more? There we go. Just like nudging it over on the motorway
Yeah.
kind of thing, yeah. There you go. That looks pretty cool down there. You can see the Westfield, that's the Westfield Shopping Centre down there.
Oh, yep.
Mount Albert, there we go. Eden Park. Yeah. So while you're doing that, see if you can do 2 things at once. Can you set 11,000 here for me? I know, asking a guy to do 2 things at once. Just proving it can be done. And on video. So 11,000, awesome. So as we come over the city, you can see the sky tower, the port, cloud looking down there. Little cargo boat in today, so the ships move, which is interesting, so it's not always there.
All right.
You can see the naval base as well.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you just a little bit, okay? And what I want you to do is push this magic button for me. Right?
This one here?
Yep. And stay on the cross for me. So there's a little bit to the left. I'm making sure that's still pointing down there, just to have a bit more fun with him. I'm going to do that. Just change the time of day for you, make it a bit more interesting. There you go.
Climbing rapidly again.
Yep, we should be climbing up to 11,000.
Oh, we are, yeah, okay.
So where's that cross?
Yeah.
There we go. And all I've done is I've changed the time of day to make it a bit more interesting for you to look outside. Right here, so the cross is below you, so push forward. There's a little bit more to the right. There we go. You can see Pungaroa, Gulf Harbour.
All right.
There we go. See how that cross is now above you to the right, so pull back a little bit. So what you're doing at the moment, your brain is still in driving mode, like driving a car.
Yeah.
You're going to go left to right. So I see this happen all the time, is you're going left to right and then you're pulling back and down.
Yeah.
And in theory, you could do two things at once where you could turn left
Turn
and
left,
pull
yeah,
back.
right, yeah.
But it's getting used to how an aircraft flies. Your
Yeah.
brain is so used to driving that car left and right,
Yeah.
you're used to thinking in a 2D, not a 3D way. Yeah. Yeah. So what's going to happen as we get to 11,000, that cross is going to start coming down and we just stay with it, okay?
Okay.
A little bit more towards me.
All right.
I'm just putting up the awkward moments. Stay with me. There we go. That's correct. Pull back a little bit. Okay. What I want you to do now is push this little button over here. And let go.
Okay.
Awesome, that's the other part of it. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start setting the aircraft up for landing into Auckland.
Okay.
I almost said Samoa there, I don't know why. My brain is in balance. So, we're going to do an ILS approach into Auckland. Do you know what an ILS approach is?
No.
Right? It stands for Instrument Landing System.
Oh, yeah.
And the easiest way I can describe it is if you think of a guy standing on the runway holding a laser beam and pointing in the sky,
Yeah.
we're going to lock on that laser beam on the cross and
Yeah.
follow it all the way down.
Okay.
It's not a laser beam, it's done with radio technology, but it's just easier for me to call it a laser beam.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you press departures and arrivals just here, and arrivals into Auckland, well, these are all the approaches. I'm looking for
Okay.
ILS 23 left, so it's not there, so press next page. There goes ILS 23 left.
23 left?
Yep. And then execute as the save, and then in at ref. Right, yeah, so 109.90 is the laser beam frequency.
Okay.
So down here, I have two buttons.
Yep.
Make that 109.90 for me. Let's push this button and bring it across. Okay. Now, this one here, the course 231. Put 231 in there. Right, yeah. So what we do is use these two bits of information. Do you remember studying radio waves at school?
No, really.
So if I said, you got your frequency and amplitude, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's not 100% correct, but if I say you've got a frequency and amplitude, then you can check two bits of information to make sure you're on the right laser beam. That's how it kind of works. So that's why in Sydney you can have two localizers coming in on two runways, because you've got different frequencies, different stuff they can
Okay.
sound. So now we have an invisible laser beam pointing in the sky,
Yeah.
and we need to find it. So if you press legs, yep,
What's our legs?
yep, and I'm just going to grab airbag there, tap that one, and bring that to the top of there. Yep. What's going to do is going to draw a path back to the airport.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So if you press execute for me, press L nav and B nav. Technically the plane will fly itself, but that's boring. So what you do is double tap that button twice, nice and hard. One more time. You are now flying across. So now the plane is moving across,
Okay.
and you are trying to stay on it. So a little bit to the left there. There we go. There's a plane up there. See it? There we go. Now, would you like to land at daytime or like this?
We'll go daytime.
Right, so pull back a little bit, yourself on that cross. Keep it turning over, dropping you just to make it back to time. There we go. Just gives you an idea of what's actually it's like at different times of days. Just kind of cool. So push forward, yourself back on that cross. There we go. Just a little bit more towards me. There we go. Yeah, pull back a little bit. Yep, you pull it back. You pull it back there. Yeah, there you go. Trust your instincts. You're doing good.
So when you get inside the cockpit of the other day.
Yes, it's called instrument flight, IFR flight, not visual flight. It's
Yeah.
IFR an instrument. So I've done a flight before where we were doing Sydney to Fiji and Gold Lake, and they lost the autopilot, so the first officer had to do this for about 2.5 hours.
Oh, right.
We just kept him, busy doing some airship to make sure he was alright. You guys push forward a little bit, yourself on that cross. Yeah. What's happening is you keep getting knocked off. There's an 18-degree wind at the moment pushing you like this. Okay, so that's why you've got to do a little movement and stuff back on. Push forward a little bit. Yeah. There you go, wedge across. On left. There we go, and now you're doing 3D. See how you turn left and you push forward a little bit? You don't automatically, don't even think about it. You guys push forward a little bit more. And stay with that cross to the left. Upper left. Upper left. There you go, stay with the cross, push forward. And towards me a little bit. A little bit more and a little bit more towards me. It's actually interesting how people actually wind us down more towards me than left and right.
Yeah. Those bearings pretty quick.
Yeah. You see that now? 18 knots of wind pushing on here.
Pushing on here.
You see it just here. Go. Down we come. I just pull the speed brake up and help slow the aircraft down.
Okay.
Because you're busy still trying to get on the cross.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and help you just a little bit. Just pull back ever so slightly. So I'm back on the cross. And we're talking like inches of degrees. It changes from a level to a going down.
Yeah.
There we go. You see that wind's now 14. It's just slightly changed direction, which will make you wiggle off the cross just a little bit. Kind of like, I don't know, have you ever sailed a boat before?
No, I never sailed a boat, no.
There's the wind change. You see how the wind's just moved a little bit again. It's knocked you off, so we're just adjusting for that wind.
Adjusting to the wind.
So pull back a little bit.
Yeah, that's the kind of get confused now. It's the pull back. I don't know why. Ups on the horizon.
You don't play Call of Duty or Fortnite or anything like that?
Nah.
Yeah.
I work with aeroplanes every day though.
Oh, what do you do?
Load fertilizer planes.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Been doing it for the past 10 years.
Hopefully you don't come home and smell like fertilizer.
I do. And jet fuel. Raw jet fuel. Wife loves it, eh?
Yeah. You know, I used to spray like another life back when I was 18. I used to spray gardens for horticulture and stuff.
Oh, yep.
I used to spray fish onto people's gardens to fertilize it, and I used to come back. Not at all. There's a couple of live aircraft in the sky, so there's an aircraft in Auckland right now.
Oh, yeah.
But I should make it nighttime, you'll be able to see all the lights flickering in the sky.
Oh, true.
It's harder to see during the daytime, but they are out there. And they will set off every morning in the cockpit if you get too close.
Yep.
You do really well. Let's see how I mentioned about the right-hand turn coming up later.
Yeah.
So you can see that. So that's where it'll be. Yeah, towards me. It's just the wind changing direction, so it's shifting more in front of us now. Okay? That's what's causing you to get knocked off.
Pushing you around a bit.
Yeah. So that's the closest thing I can describe it is like going on the harbour bridge on weekday. You just kind of have to adjust just a little bit.
Yeah.
When you have a little driver next to you, you don't want to adjust too much.
Yeah.
see it. See a little white light just dead ahead?
Yep.
That 1 o'clock, that's another plane just there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Push forward a little bit. Right, a little bit. Towards me. There we go. Push forward just a little bit more. Oh yeah, let's go flaps 1. So flaps 1 for me. Again, I'm just bringing your speed rates up now. So down another way, Captain. So pushing forward to the cross. There you go. The pilot going to go stick now. You're going to take the plane up. Just say, do you have a cross I can follow? But like, no, it's all visual. Oh, great run. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. My plane. I wonder where he's off to. But yes, the cross is above you now towards me, so pull back quite a bit. See how it's still above you, so you want to pull back again. So what's going to happen is because we dive down too much, we're going to level out and then we'll come back down again in a second, okay? So you can see that we're 500 feet too light, or too low, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to level out and this time we'll start coming down again and then we'll start tipping as well.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea of what this screen is telling you about. So pull back again, it's up on that cross. Just the wind shifting. Remember I said I wanted to give you a realistic experience? Yeah. Obviously, in real life, we'd be sat here with a cigar and a coffee, and the other pilot would be flying itself. I joke about the cigar, of course. Coffee, not so much. Oh yeah, pushing forward a little bit, back onto that cross. There we go. Down we come just a little bit. Nice and steady. Bombay Hill still ahead. Airport's to the right, just over there somewhere. So what's going to happen, make sure it's going to be quite a sharp turn to the right. Those will tip and stay with it and pull back.
Pull back into two.
Let's go flaps 5, Captain, please. Awesome. Pushing forward just a little bit. Just a little bit more. That right turn coming. The cross is going to move to the right. Don't preempt it. So any movement the cross moves, pull back a little bit now. So back on that cross. There we go. We're slightly coming down 3,000 feet. Rightio, let's go gear out and down. I'll do this a little bit early for me. So gear down, out and down. We're going to do it early. That's fine. Just keep you focus on the turn and the approach. Rightio, towards me. Here we go. Yeah, ready for the right hand turn, it's going to come very shortly. Pushing forward just a little bit, he's up back on that cross with you. There we go. Rightio, round we go. Stay with it. Go, pull back nice and hard, keep going. Rightio, Captain, 135 plus 5 is what?
140.
140 is going to be our landing speed today. Pull back, keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting. There we go, staying on it, keep fighting it, a little bit towards you. A lot more towards you, keep fighting it, pulling back. There we go. Nice. A little bit to the left. There we go. A little bit more to the left. Rightio, flaps 40 please. Flaps to the bottom. As you cross. To your left. Hey.
Sorry,
Just throwing some Star Trek acting in there. Now we're going to push forward. There we go. There we go. And just get ourselves back to where we need to be. There we go. But see how easy it is to get distracted? Right?
Yeah.
That's why in real life you'd be having flaps 40 gear down and I'd be doing it for you, and your hands would never be using the controls. There we go. So slow your movements down. Right? What happens if you start overreacting? She'll start overreacting back again. So, see how I literally just put my hands on for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
She stayed.
Yeah.
Right? Push forward just a little bit and then towards me just a little bit. There we go. Push forward. Yeah, we come. Nice and steady. Beautiful. Runway dead ahead.
Yep.
Auckland Tower, flight sim 1. We're established runway 2 free left. Flight sim 1, winds come, runway 2 free left to the land. Radio to the land, flight sim 1. So pull back a little bit, and then you would just yell at me, landing checklist.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist, viewer is down and set, flaps 40 set, recall is checked, landing checklist complete. Good to land.
Very good.
Easy as. I was going to speak break and put a break, which I missed there, but that's fine. Yeah, so we're about 11 knots pushing this way at the moment, okay? It may shift and swing as we come in, but as long as you kind of follow that course, we can't kind of go wrong.
No worries. Give it a go.
No, I think you're doing pretty well, which is good. Push forward just a little bit. Other way. So 2, pull back and to your left. Good. Imagine what it's like on Wellington on a very windy day.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
buzzing it the whole time. Yeah.
Imagine it.
Yeah, it's
Sideways.
You can feel it cramming there.
Yep. This is just constant 11 knots from the left. In Wellington, the wind shifts all the time, so it's kind of like doing this. But yeah, so we're coming over Manukau, so Rainbow's End is just up to the left. You can see Manukau walls we come over as well.
Right, yep.
One motorway that comes down, pushing forward ever so slightly. Yellow flashing is the outer marker on the airport, so we're in their airspace now.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea of why it flashed at you.
Yeah, I can see that.
So Rainbow's End is just down there to the left. You can see the big colourful tower that comes up.
Oh, yep.
That's for more. There is a minor tent down here as well, which when you're flying nice and slow, you can actually see it.
Yep.
Don't forget you have the people sat in their cars watching you eat their KFC.
Yep. Everything's smiling away as we go past.
Push forward a little bit.
Bit of a wave.
I didn't know this, but there's a prison just to the left as well.
All
I
right.
had one of the prison guards come in and was telling me, I was like, I've flown over it a million times, never realised there was a prison there. I was like, it'd be great, you know, they get woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning with
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful, 1,000 feet. You're actually really nice, doing really well. You actually bang on the dots where you should be, so you could have just passed your ear zone and you'd be well done. Pull back a little bit. Yeah, coming back. Awesome, runway dead ahead. Can you see a little oil patch on the runway? It's not oil, it's tyre
Oh,
marks.
yes,
You can see where I'm talking about.
yep.
Okay, so that's kind of where we're aiming for. See how the plane's automatically coming down towards that point as long as you're staying on that course. And the plane, like it's kind of coming down, but our nose is just a little bit up. That means we're actually in the perfect position. So just a little bit to the right there, down out the wind. And then when you hit 300, I want your hand on here, okay?
Okay.
Don't pull back, okay?
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so a little bit to the right. Just shift it just a little bit there. That's fine. Just a little bit more towards me. The wind shifting. That's fine.
Approaching minimums.
There we go. Keep it coming down. She's really nice. Really good.
300.
One hand there, but don't pull back yet. Okay. Just a little bit more towards me. Ourselves on the
Minimums.
runway. There we go. Feet on the pedals.
Bit up pedals.
Awesome. So she's going to keep her coming down. See how she's sort of just doing it herself.
Yeah.
We're just guiding her in. A little bit more towards me.
200.
There you go. And there's a bit of wind, so what we're going to do is we're going to crab her to the left very shortly. Right, so there, come down.
100.
Keep it coming in. That's fine there. Keep coming down. At 50, we're going to pull the throttle back.
40.
Tip the nose back a little bit. And just put a little bit left foot in. There we go. There we go. Whoops. Pull back too far, that's fine. We've got plenty of runway to play with. There you go. Tip it forward, and then all you do is gently pull these back for me. Right, left and right with your feet. Left and right with your feet. Captain, she has no more power. Right, awesome. Welcome back to water. So we're going to push this forward, tap the oil brakes, and you're going to push up to around 40%. Okay? Yeah, we're going to follow this yellow line off, okay? So your right knee on the yellow line for me. Awesome. Welcome back. It's actually amazing how much your brain has to process in about 5 seconds to be over the threshold. Everything else is easy, but when that last 5 seconds, it's like, oh my god, it's too much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come all
Back too much in and pull it back up in the air.
That's what we're going to do. Oops, I just knocked the camera. I'm just going to